So firstly, you'll need to grease your tin with about a teaspoon of olive oil. This is just to prevent the bread from sticking and make it easier to get your bread out when it's cooked. We need to weigh 125 grams of strong white flour. This is high protein flour, so we've got a nice high gluten content. 3 tablespoons of olive oil. This is going to bring a real richness to the bread and a moisture. And then we need the yeast, about half a teaspoon. This is the ingredient that's going to help the bread rise and create those nice air bubbles, air pockets inside. We need a pinch of table salt, not too much because we don't want to reduce the power of the yeast. We're also going to add a pinch of caster sugar, and this is going to get the yeast kick started. Now we need to add warm water here. Make sure it's not hot, as this will kill the yeast. So if you want to check the temperature with a temperature probe, around 37 is great. Keep stirring the dry bits in from the edges. And then once you see the mixture starting to clump, you can get your hands in. Bring the dough together. You should have a nice soft dough. We don't want it to be too sticky to make it easier to work with. So as we're kneading, we're stretching and folding repeatedly to activate the gluten in the dough. This will take about 10 minutes and will be hard work, so make sure that you are changing hands, using the heel of your hand, the back of the palm, to stretch it out. Keep folding it back in. Don't use too much flour if you can help it. And once the dough is smooth and springy, you're ready to stop. Flatten it out and then press it into the prepared tin using your fingertips to create lots of nice dimples in the surface of the bread. On a green chopping board, we're then going to take the ends off a garlic clove, peel the skin so there's no papery bits left, and then what you need to do is to chop the garlic clove as finely as you can. Make sure that you're keeping your fingers safe while you're doing this, and you want to really get those pieces nice and fine so you don't have big chunks on the top of the bread. Add some more oil to the top of the bread along with the chopped up garlic. Make sure that you spread it out quite evenly. And then next we want to add some flavour with some dried herbs. Press this into the bread again, just sort of like using your fingers to create a few more dimples. And then we've got 2 options. We can either leave the bread somewhere warm to rise until it's doubled in size before baking, or we can use a cold start method, pop it straight into a cold oven and turn the heat up to gas 7 or 210. So if we're waiting for it to double in size, we should see a light and airy dough. And then once it's baked, it should be nice and golden and crisp. You can drizzle more olive oil over the top before serving, along with some sea salt flakes for flavour.